Jimmy and Jack were twins, but they weren't identical. Far from it. They looked like the before and after photos in those old bodybuilding adverts. Jimmy was a skinny thing, while Jack was well-built and muscular. As a result, Jack seemed to attract women without making an effort. Everywhere he went, they would cluster round him, while poor Jimmy struggled, and even when women approached him, usually because he was standing next to Jack, he found it difficult to talk to them. However, the two were the best of friends, and Jack always did his best to help Jimmy out, though it was rarely successful. One day the two planned to go to the beach. Jack knew that as soon as he stepped onto the sands, wearing his swimming trunks, the women would come flocking and hopefully Jimmy would benefit from the overflow, so to speak. Unfortunately, as they were about to set off, something cropped up, and Jack found he had some business to take care of first. He said to Jimmy, "You go on ahead and I'll meet you there. But in the meantime, we need to do something to give you an advantage. That skinny body is what's holding you back. We can't give you muscles, but we can make you look a bit more of a stud. Get a potato and pop it down your swimming trunks and you'll look a bit more macho." Jimmy set off and Jack took care of his business, then headed for the beach to find his brother. It didn't take long. Though the beach was crowded, there was a large circular gap at one point, as if people were trying to keep away from some unpleasant object. Right at the center sat Jimmy, looking miserable. He got to his feet as Jack approached. "This is all your fault," he said. "I did what you told me. I got a potato and stuck it down my swimming trunks. But as soon as I came out of the changing rooms, people started screaming and running away. You said it would attract the girls, but nobody will come within 20 yards of me." "I'm not surprised," said Jack. "You were supposed to put the potato down the front of your trunks." The air hostess on a flight from New York to Chicago notices a man is sitting biting his fingernails and sweating profusely. Concerned for him, she stops by his seat and says, "Sir, can I get you something from the bar to calm you down?" The man gives a nod of approval while shaking terribly. She comes back with a drink and he downs it quickly. 10 minutes later, the flight attendant sees the same man, ashen, shaking and biting his nails. She brings him another drink, which he swallows immediately. A half hour later, she returns to see that the man is shaking uncontrollably and apparently crying. "My goodness," the flight attendant says. "I've never seen someone so afraid to fly." "I'm not afraid of flying," says the man, sobbing loudly. "I'm trying to give up drinking." There was a story which circuited on Tintawebby. A farmer, householder, the businessman in England, Wales, and Scotland saw thieves stealing from one of his sheds. He immediately phoned the police. He was told, "Sorry, we can't send anyone for over an hour. But if you come now, you can catch them red-handed." Sorry, no one available for over an hour. So the man hung up, waited 2 or 3 minutes, then phoned the police again. "There's no rush to send anyone now," he told them. "Oh, why is that?" he was asked. "Because I just shot them. They're not going anywhere at all now." 3 armed response units were at his house 5 minutes later. 2 men are talking about their wives. "Mine waits me hand and foot," says one. "I never have to lift a finger. She does all the chores in the house. It's a matter of principle for her." "Wow, that's something. And how's her cooking?" "Oh, excellent. I'd be growing fat if it wasn't for football." "You play football?" "Yes. On Sunday morning, when the wife takes the kids to church. You know your wife seems too good to be true. But how's she in the bedroom, eh? Well, some say good, some say she's nothing special."